welcome to another episode of Permadeath Extraordinaire, where tonight we are going to Star Trek to do Star Trek Online with another episode of Jazz in Black. To another episode
and that's
of
feedback.
Permadeath Extraordinaire, where tonight... Okay, so now we're all good, and with that, let's see if Jazz is ready to go. Are you there, Jazz?
Yep, I'm here.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and tell the good people what we're going to do tonight. So the general theme of tonight's show is, so you're a new admiral, you need to make some marks and start getting some better gear so that you can do some better missions and some better queues and some better STFs and get ready for the Borg and, you know, basically get some baseline ability put together. One or two of the easiest ways to do that, and we're going to combine those two easiest ways, is to farm the Nukara system for the Nukaran reputation, and also for some of the Nukaran gear, which is actually pretty useful in all environments. And also, we're going to mix that up a little bit with a little bit of cross farming, and actually go out and beat up on a couple of Borg. The way that we're going to do this is, this way we don't have to change gear every 2 seconds. We'll have our ground gear for when we're fighting on the ground in Nukara, and then we'll have our space stuff for when we're doing Borg STFs in space, which is the easiest way to get going when it comes to fighting the Borg, because they don't adapt in space, so you can shoot them without having to remodulate. In any event, we'll get into that a little bit later. How you doing tonight, Jazz? Anything you want to add?
No, I think that's just about covers it right there for right now.
We are both trying a few new settings tonight, so if the sound levels are wonky or if the stream is being weird or anything like that on either end, let me know. And we'll be spamming each other's channel, so that way if you want to see the action from one or another character's point of view, you'll have that option. So speaking of that, let's do that right now. And that'll take just a moment on my side here, as I remember how to do this.
Wait, what are we doing?
Each other's links so that people can get from one page to the other. And I'm having a hell of a time finding you because I cannot figure out this. I've only done Twitch a million times, but today, this minute, I cannot seem to remember how to run this particular software. It's awful.
I think I just typed your name in.
Alright, well there's my link. That way you can just copy paste it directly from the TeamSpeak channel. And with that in mind, so you want to go to Nukara. Well, the easiest way to do that is to go to the dilithium store, right here, this button here. Click on that. And this is if you have not already gotten an environmental suit from a number of missions that give you environmental suits. So if you just couldn't stand going through a mission and doing all that, 10 minutes of work, then you can always go here to special items and boxes in the dilithium store, and under EV suits, for 85 dilithium you can get a pre-owned recycled suit. That's good enough to get you on the planet, which is good enough to get you started. So with that in mind, Jazz, shall we beam down and show the good people what the Nukara surface looks like?
Sounds like a plan.
Nice pajamas you got there.
I was about to say, I'm still in my pajamas from the winter event.
Now you'll notice people catching on fire, and it looks like we've been invaded by hackers. It's a terrible thing. Hold on a sec. Somebody's using a glitch that allows them to attack friendlies. So I'm gonna respawn.
Can you not attack him back?
Oh yeah, I can attack him back, and we'll go check that out here in just a minute. Let me make it to where I can survive here first, and then maybe we'll just, you know. Okay, so we're gonna have to put on an environmental suit. I've got a Combat Federation suit, which I'll put on. And now we activate that, and let's go back to the base camp, Jazz.
How'd they do that?
I don't know. It's some kind of hack. I've heard about it. The STO developers really need to get a few moderators online. No, we can't attack them back. Looks like best we can do is get out of there. So if we go to the caves, Jazz, that might be the safest place for us at the moment.
I cleared my side. Is where we want to go? They can only do it in there? Banana.
I was turning in a ticket on them. The 3,893rd ticket.
Wow.
Okay, so if we go in the caves, we're just going to start here. And what we want to do is we want to grab the particular missions. Yeah, no worries. There's only a couple of missions that you want to grab, and this is for time purposes. Scorched Science and Indentured Dismissal. Now there's another mission that occasionally appears called Thinning the Hive. You always want to have that one active if you can.
You're in Istanbul, and you're on the streets on your
And
feet.
there goes my Twitch feed again.
Good. Turkish Airlines presents Epic Street Food.
I think that was an advert from somewhere. What the hell is going on? Are you killing me? Okay. So, that was dealt with. So, Jazz, where are you? It says you're 1 kilometer away. Hello, Jazz.
Stand by. I'm on my way.
Roger, roger. Okay, well while we're waiting, we're going to switch up our gear a little bit. When fighting Tholians, Tholians don't like the cold, but I don't have any cold-based weapons on this character particularly, so I'm going to grab up a couple of what are called exploit weapons.
There we go. Had a few local technical complications. Here we go.
More about exploits and exposes shortly.
Entering the cave system. Boom.
Roger. And you just want to grab Indentured Dismissal and Scorched Science.
Roger that. Got him.
And anybody on the Permadeath channel,
Even for the ground.
let me know how the sound levels are. Okay, so we run down here and we're going to go ahead and take a left.
Roger.
Now there are two ways to do this, and this is just going to be a demonstration of one of the ways, and this is basically working in the same area, in the same room, etc. So basically we just have to take out these guards and hit the consoles and free the other people that are being held. Very straightforward. We'll be going between this room and another room that's nearby. And we'll get web mined. And that's the basics of this one, so yeah, we'll get this one knocked out in no time. Yeah, we'll get this one knocked out in no time, I think, Jazz. And then we just go this way.
Roger that.
And this will take us into another identical room that's right here. And we just go between the two rooms, knock out the consoles, and then we drop down to level 2. And finally, I finally got my second monitor, so it's actually up and running and I can see chat, and isn't that exciting? So, yay! So, we'll knock this out in no time. The second level will be a little bit more exciting because I'm actually going to be trying something a little new. And having a partner makes it possible. Now what I'm doing is I'm basically my character is sticky in the fact I was just pointing out that my character is more or less sticky with this kit that I have. I try and stick the enemy to one area and then infect them all with bad crap. A lot of exposes. And you have the rally cry as well, right?
Yep.
Rally cry exposes all targets in a certain radius.
Yep. And then it's off. They did.
For grins and giggles, I'm running my Ghostbuster gun, Jazz.
Nice.
I intend to research it up to epic level. So this particular level is just, it's more or less this part of it. It's not like you're ever going to be in really serious danger, so it's good to get started with. Now the next level is an entirely different story, because the way that we're going to farm it is Jazz is going to be in one room and I'm going to be in another, if it works. Alright, knock that one out. I did not get the first day reward, did you? And if so, how much was it?
No.
I made 20 marks.
I didn't get it either.
20 marks, insignificant amount of work. No threat to your personal being unless you really, really, really drop the ball. Now this level is going to be entirely different. We're going to do a little test. So let me check the map real quick so I don't derp us around. I got to remember where this is so that I can hit the two areas quickly. Okay, I've got it. Here we go. This is room number 1, the easier one to get to. You come into the main room and you take a right. Don't stop for anything.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
drops best.
And then here at this T intersection, be sure and take this turn off. And then another right, and we're in the room we want to be in. Let's go ahead and set these on fire, and then I'll take us to room number 2, which is a little kind of weird to get to, but once shown, you'll know where it is. And this should double our progress. If we're able to stay alive and farm both rooms simultaneously, we'll get this knocked out in no time. We'll go up to the surface. When this is all over, we should earn somewhere in the vicinity of about 200 Nukara marks.
Nice.
Flanking damage detected.
And I won't lie, there's a little investment in time, but this is mass farming, as in just getting all the marks all at once as quickly as you can, like when you want the gear now. And it's a little faster than just running around willy-nilly. There are a few of the missions that take a long time to succeed at. Okay, so with this done, let's go to the next room, which is all the way across the map. And this, there was a pug that brought a lot of aggro with them. Let's help them out with that real quick, so they don't get destroyed. Okay, they're good. Okay, here we go. This room we gotta go all the way across and into the other hallway. Excuse me, viewers. Guess I'll clear my throat without muting. That time. Try not to do that too often. It's rude and loud.
Personal shield losing power.
Alright, so then we go into here, and we go down here. Crap, wrong room. It's one of these two rooms here. We'll find it. Here it is. And then we can burn all the stuff in here.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Now there, I wrote that exposed very badly. Roger, roger. So yeah, just gonna farm this room real fast. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, I'm
It's like
kind
it's all
of.
burned here.
This is all kind of new, so I'm a little a little trying to think and how to make this room a little bit faster and more efficient. Because just wandering
When I
around,
get a chance, I'd like to switch out a weapon.
Personal shield losing power.
wandering around willy-nilly doesn't make it faster. So there's probably a system that one could develop. What do you think, Jazz? You think you can handle this room by yourself or the other room?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna leave you to it then.
Roger that.
Hold on. A gift before I go. Oh, and it didn't work because I didn't have you targeted. It's gonna give you triage.
Quick.
Okay, so now I run back out to the main, basically the main chamber. And at this point, I'm just gonna talk on this channel here. And I'm gonna go back to this room, see what I can do.
Flanking damage detected.
Had some viewers, then they disappeared. I do need to get the link so that you guys can link up with Jazz's channel. I still haven't gotten that link posted. Now, one thing about these rooms, you gotta take out the aggro real quick. That can sometimes be kind of a pain in the ass, but you know, what can you do? I will destroy this technology while I'm here. And since it's there, destroy this technology. Aww.
Escorts are kicking butt.
And we're going to be done with this in no time. And then the surface will go even faster because there we share a lot of the same things, just like we share down here. It's best to do this on a team. If you see a guy running alone, it's probably a better idea to try and just get him on a team. Share the rewards. Like, I think there's a guy here. Uh-oh. Get out of those webs always if you can. I'm gonna steal some hit points from them. Root them to the ground. Freeze them. They love freezing. And they're pretty much done. Okay. Take out this console. Now, earlier a friend of mine got somebody on a random team, and I was just kind of, because, you know, random people, some people like them. I'm generally antisocial, but they pointed out it goes quicker, and that way you're not competing over consoles and whatnot. You know what? I'm gonna break out the Ghostbuster. They're coming at us in groups. The Ghostbuster gun works well. It's a chained thing. I've got a another person in my room here, so I'm gonna try and be nice and give them about half the consoles.
I'm just grinding away here all by myself. I say all by myself. Plenty of Tholians here to keep me company.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those as friends. They definitely like to hang
My
out.
goal in these marks is for the cryo auto rifle.
That's what this character's gonna go for next. Okay, so we got the reward and we can go up to the surface and see if that guy's still there.
Okay, find my way through this labyrinth. They come out of here.
Flanking damage detected. Personal
Yep, I'm
shield
at the
losing
elevator.
power.
Need cover. Oh no.
I'm good. A lot of Tholians coming.
Go back.
Sweet. So now back up to level 1, and we'll do the surface run. Oh, my channel deletes links. Isn't that convenient? I'll have to turn that off. Yeah, I had a bunch of viewers there for a while, but then they took off. Oh boy. So yeah, we're gonna have to enable the mission somehow. We can change instance to number 2. Ah yes, number 2 is clear. And then up here you just pretty much grab them all. Grab all the missions.
Get all of them.
Yepper.
Do that.
And then to get started, we just jump off the balcony and we're right there. I'll show you a convenient little farming area that's worked for me.
Here we go.
We're here. And basically between here and the cliffside, there's I think 3 or 4 local nodes that you don't have to go too far to get to.
Roger that.
So yeah, a little bit of basic Nukara farming. This is
Flanking damage
when you
detected.
first hit Admiral and can get access. This is a good place to start getting marks for reputation. And a lot of the Nukaran gear can actually be very useful in other missions.
Pick it all up and tag it all, right?
Yepper. And yes, you just pick up everything. Because you'll be getting science reports. And shutting down equipment. This will go very, very fast.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Come here.
Flanking damage detected.
I kind of picked up a little aggro over here, by the way.
Personal shield losing power.
Jazz isn't moving. He may have
Flanking damage
disconnected.
detected.
No, he's still there.
Sorry about that. I was checking my audio settings, making sure things sound gravy and potatoes. And damn it, I picked up another fucking trouble.
Enemy targets on sensors.
So I had like 5 viewers there for a minute, but they're all gone, so I'm wondering if my stream's like broken. Hey 2-Bit, how does the stream look? How does it sound? Hopefully it's just my personality and not a technical issue that scared them all away. I don't really mind that. Because I'm not
That's
quickest
too
on the
bad.
draw tonight.
Your stream, that thing, probably way better than mine, you know what I mean?
Stream looks good, sweet. So everybody just hates me, sweet.
Connection and stuff. I don't-
And actually, it
I don't
might
know
be
if
the
I have a
content
viewer or
because
not. It's hard for me to even tell, to be honest with you. Just because, like, it always says that I have a viewer. If I click on the view list, it's me. So I don't understand. You know what I mean?
I do, and basically you will always count as one viewer.
But like when other people come in, it says that the moderator. Like when somebody comes in and I recheck the view list, it immediately switches me from a viewer to a moderator. I guess it's like chat moderation or something.
Yepper.
Flanking damage
Okay.
detected.
Damn science.
Okay, so, and it might be the content, because again, Nukara and the space missions we're going to do here shortly are kind of, everybody's done these, as in everybody has these marks already, so it's not the most popular zone, but it can definitely, I can't even talk tonight, it can definitely be used for gear. The Cryo Pulse Wave and the Cryo Auto Rifle are awesome, and it can also be used for dilithium.
True enough, which and these are, you know, this zone hasn't done, so to speak. You know, but it's certainly good for the just getting started Admiral, you know.
Okay, Jazz, come over to my position.
Roger that.
Enemy targets on sensors.
And we're just going to jump off this cliff again.
One cliff dive.
Okay, so to the viewers out there, don't walk in the green soup. It hurts. And it'll wear you down.
Shield losing power.
It's a great way to test your tanking and your healing abilities. But yeah, other than that, just stay out of it. Now here, what we're going to do is, Jazz, go ahead and follow me. I'll show you another kind of decent area that pays off good for small distance. So here we've got 2-3 gates in local proximity and a bunch of guys locked in pods on the walls.
Oh, nice.
And to the viewers on my side here, you just knock those guys out, ask them if they're okay, beam them out, and they're on their way. And that counts as a success. I cannot talk. Talk words. Words good. Good words. And welcome to the channel, all viewers. What I'm trying to get here is science reports and unlock codes, which hopefully I'll see one. There's one. I want to get a few of those before I start on this. We succeeded at something, I think, but I don't know what it was.
It's succeeded at getting a shit ton of science reports.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
I seem to have gone on a berserker frenzy here. I'm not entirely where I'm supposed to be, and I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to be taking these guys out, grabbing their reports. And the shutdown codes, which I'm not getting any of them. I'm not getting codes for some reason. It's just dropping reports and stuff like small hypos. I get science reports, I'm not getting the shutdown codes. There we go.
Yeah.
Enemy targets on sensors.
It's just a matter of dropping these guys as quickly as possible.
Personal shield losing power.
And unfortunately, as a science officer, I don't exactly have a lot of DPS. Oh, and I'm getting beat up here. Time to crouch. Absorb a little bit of damage here. And, yeah. Hopefully my shields will come back online here shortly. I'm gonna try and get rid of some of this aggro. They're just not gonna leave me alone. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna infect that guy with nanites, and I'm gonna leave the area so that the nanites spread to a few of his pals. And I'm gonna go back in there here in just a second. Hopefully he infected other people, which of course he didn't, but oh well, it was a good effort. That was a heroic effort. And I keep attracting new aggro.
Flanking damage detected.
We might have to team up here. I just keep attracting too much aggro to get anything done.
Roger that. Try and finalize it more and I'll head to you.
Flanking damage detected.
All my codes keep coming up with invalid. There's one.
I need to get some hit points, so I'm going to steal some from these guys using my cane, if I can.
Go.
There we go.
Right, come to you.
This should hopefully bring my shields back. Nope, not good enough. Just got to get the heck out of there. That's basically what I got to do. Let my shields come back, and I'm going to go scoop up all these.
Right
Maybe if I'm
behind
lucky.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Yep, I'm just trying to scoop up a bunch of this extra stuff that I've been accumulating but not able to grab.
Personal shield
Roger
losing
that.
power.
yeah, it's gotten kind of thick with spiders here.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Ouch. Oh, I had all the heals in the world, but I just didn't hit the button fast enough. Good time to open my soda.
That's always helpful. You may come get you.
There is some buffering going on, is there? That's not good.
Let me come get you.
Yes, please.
What?
So yes, viewers, if you if there's a buffering
Thanks.
thing, I apologize,
will
and
be.
I can adjust that.
Go. That's good.
And yeah, so I'm just trying to get a good-looking stream that's not all pixelated is somewhat difficult because it's kind of all or nothing, it seems. No matter what I set it for, it's either using too much processor or not sending enough imagery to make it look good.
Guys aren't letting me hit shit.
And like I said, it's kind of all or
Targets
nothing.
on sensors.
Let me come your way here, and we'll try and clear
Flanking
this area.
damage detected.
Let's go over this way, actually, to the cliffside. It's kind of a box canyon where we can make a stand at least, and then fight our way back out.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Stand by and
Normally
get
not a
some
good
shit
strategy, but in Star Trek you can get away with it. Because here at least we can control the aggro a little bit, and at least we know which way they're coming from.
Where'd you go?
I'm right next to you.
Flanking damage detected. Flanking damage detected.
Okay. Like I said, sorry, commentary's a little dry. I'm just kind of finding myself having to concentrate a little bit more than I anticipated. This guy's all over the place. That's not a real guy, it's just an AI, but yeah. Commentary's all over the place.
Damn code's in the way.
And
Yeah.
what this pays off is hundreds of Nukara marks. I think I started this with about 260 Nukara marks. And we'll see how many when I'm done. Should be approaching 400, if not over 400. And then we're going to change it up with a little bit of space action.
Flanking damage detected.
And this closing doors is probably the slowest of the missions on the surface. Just because you have to get the codes from the vicinity of the door, otherwise they don't count.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Where'd you go?
Flanking
Oh,
damage
yeah.
detected. Personal shield losing power.
Are you okay? Okay, thanks for the help.
Ooh, I had a code that worked. Wow. Let's move back to the box canyon. It's over this way, I think.
Look at that.
And just run through. If we bring any aggro with us, we'll deal with it in the canyon.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
So much two-door shoulder.
Personal shield losing power.
Tactical dish out.
Sweet. Tactical initiative lowers your cooldowns for the entire team. It's one of the most useful abilities in the game. Now is when you just want to kind of spam your abilities if you possibly can. Let's push forward a little bit. Grabbing these. Like I said, the closing doors is probably the longest one. Time
Enemy
speaking.
targets on sensors.
And I more or less include it just because you get other stuff while you're here as well. Like the science reports, which we need a few of those, I think, still. You do not share science reports. You share doors, but you don't share science reports. How many science reports do you have, by the way?
I have no idea. It's like 12. That's some bullshit. What do you need?
Flanking damage detected.
We're getting into an area where we're gonna get flanked. Back to the canyon! Back to the canyon!
Flanking damage detected.
And plus, like I said, sorry about the commentary being a little dry. I'll try and get going here once I have some caffeine. But it basically comes down to, this is, a lot of people I guess would call it grinding, but I like shooting things. Particularly in this game, because there's a lot of
Picking up
different
all these-
ways you can shoot things.
Shut down codes.
Let's go check this door. Invalid
Enemy
codes.
targets on sensors. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
I have so
Flanking
many
damage
little
detected.
box things I have to gather up here. Give me a second.
Yeah, take your time. I'm gonna try and get this last one here.
It's more or less the science reports that I'm after now. Of course, now I'm getting shutdown codes. That's alright. Here's a gate I can shut down. If it gives me a code, that is. Here we go. Yay!
I need one
One more, yay! I closed one more door. Treating the guy now. Wahaha.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay, so now all we need to do is get science reports, which we can farm by just sitting right where you are. And just grab all the white bubbles until you get all the reports that you need. We don't share those, so it's every man for himself. Like, I got all mine.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage
What
detected.
is
And we'll
this?
just sit here.
What
What was that?
is the medium exterior mission closing door require?
Not sure I got that. Did you not get the reward?
I'm not sure. I still have the mission. It says something like collect Tholian face stabilizer shutdown codes. Use Tholian stabilizer shutdown codes to deactivate space destabilizers, and then collapse interspatial rifts.
Personal
It's like
shield losing
at
power.
8 out of 15 or something.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just finish them off then. It looks like that mission isn't shared like I thought it was.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Well, a different one finished whenever you did that last one.
Flanking damage detected.
Do you not have that mission?
Now, the only one that I have presently is thinning the hive, which is taking the guys out. Oh wait, and closing doors. Yes, 10 of 15. So yeah, we just got to close some more doors. I was just telling my audience over on this end that the closing doors is probably the longest of the missions. And one could theoretically skip it, but you're picking up all the, you know, shutdown codes that you need anyway, so... Like, I'm gonna go try for this door over here.
Roger that, I'm looking covered.
Let's move back to the box canyon.
Roger that.
Oh, it's not active yet. Let's take this little side jaunt over here. That'll lead us to another door. Maybe our codes will work on it. All my codes are crap. Oh, I got one.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Mine aren't working.
Sweet, cover me. Looks like I found a good run. Yeah, got it. Treating injuries.
Thanks.
That'll bring us up to 14, and then we're off to 15. Alright, down to the box canyon.
Roger that.
Targets on sensors.
I might have to move my second monitor to where it's a little bit more visible.
Code's not going.
And I'm checking the viewer list here real quick. And of course it's unavailable, so I don't know who's watching, but everybody welcome to the show. 2Bit's the one that's talking. And we'll see if any other viewers come along. But what the theme of tonight is new Admiral, need some marks, easiest way to do it, Nukara to start. Because that'll get you Nukara marks,
Huh, I don't want.
which you can then use for
Enemy targets
Nukara
on
equipment,
sensors.
which is useful. And you can also use it for dilithium later. That's what I do. I farm these marks
One
en
more.
masse for dilithium. Let me see if any of my codes are good.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay, I think that wraps us up. Now, of course, this whole time we could have been queuing, but we didn't. But we got it done that much quicker. So now the best part about this zone is we can go and recycle these missions and do them all right now again, and just keep making the reward as long as you need in order to get the gear, the marks, the dilithium, whatever you're looking for. This is one of the friendlier zones when it comes to farming. And it's also a good place to test your skills. Because once these guys, the Tholians, get in numbers, they actually start beating you up pretty good.
Yeah, I think once they get on you,
So there's a way to base camp over here.
Roger that. To base camp.
Okay, so all said and done, what did we get away with here? Go to the reputation, we'll have a look. We got... Oh, derp, I should just check my inventory and go to assets.
What about the Tholian project leader? Oh, that's the cubable one.
And... I'm up to 600 Nukara marks. How many did you get?
Yeah, I got about 200 out of that. I was
Yeah.
at like 534, now I'm at like 732 or something like that. So I got
And
like
then-
200 marks out of that run.
Yeah, and these marks can easily be used for good gear, like the cryo weapons, which will help you in other places for sure. Or dilithium.
4,000 dilithium. About a bit. Shall we queue? Guess we can beam up and queue. Now that we've done all these.
That's an interesting theory, 2-bit. It might be a distance thing. I'll have to try that sometime. Alright, so... let's queue up for, in addition to the Space Borg stuff, let's, since we're in our environment suit, we might as well try and defeat the Tholian leader.
I'm down.
And there just happened to be 3 people in the queue. What providence.
You know, something else I've noticed is down here, if you want various lockboxes, you'll get them here. I picked up a Tal Shiar lockbox, a Eurofel lockbox, and an Alachi lockbox. So it looks like they drop just all the lockboxes down here
I think that's an event.
going on.
Yes.
Oh. Huh. Oh,
Yeah, it might pay off to, you know, stack up a few of the more obscure boxes from the older seasons.
yeah, I think so. You know, probably for my birthday, I'll buy a bunch of keys and go lockbox nuts, because I've got tons and tons of lockboxes.
And lockboxes generally give good stuff. They're a lot more rewarding than a lot of the other games I've seen. So this queue should be popping. There was 3 people in it, plus 2. Oh, somebody left. Drat. Okay. Well, let's queue up for... We're going to do some Borg space, because Borg space you can get into, you don't have to have the best ship, and you can make some Borg marks. And the Borg don't remodulate in space. Yeah, I was also going to say, I usually also trade it up by doing a lot of colony, starbase, fleet starbase defense, whatever it's called. officially, and the other fleet mark things, because fleet marks are a constantly required thing. You need them.
You know, that's true, and it definitely does depend on the fleet base as well. I have to admit, the fleet that I'm in, never get the opportunity to put fleet marks. I never get that chance. All I ever put into the fleet is dilithium. Which is fairly unfortunate, but fairly okay, because then I can turn around and sell fleet marks.
Now the fleet that I'm in will actually open projects for people just so they can use their fleet marks. And also check armadas, because armadas, a lot of people, it's hard to make fleet marks. They don't give you a whole lot of them for the missions. And there are generally a lot of fleets that are starving for fleet marks. So there are ways of spending them for sure. And the best way to do it is go to your fleet leader and go, hey, can you open a project right now? And then just be the first person there to start feeding it.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Excuse me, sorry again, dude.
Then I hate
Warning. Ship is under attack.
the few times I have done things with the Armada, a lot of times they do just like that.
For some reason my game is really loud.
Like, well, screw it.
Warning. Ship is
Okay,
under
so in
attack.
this mission we take out the big Borg cube, and guys are going to start spawning from this gate and this gate, and they're going to make their way to the center. If they get through here, we fail. So our job is to keep them from getting
It's like
through
all
there
the pro meetings
and
like
destroy
this.
these so that we can destroy the
Take
gate
this guy out.
on both sides.
Warning.
And I would contribute, but for some reason my ship is not shooting, so I think I might be having sync issues here. There, now it's shooting, finally.
Heading to the right side.
Now, this ship is definitely not my main ship. This is just a ship I'm leveling for now and trying to make the best of. So it's half beam boat, half mine boat. And with a little bit of torpedo thrown in, so it's kind of doing a little bit too much at one time. So yeah, forgive my inefficient science vessel. It's not really, I don't think it's going to be a permanent ship at all. But hopefully it'll get the job done.
Looks like there's a lot of people on my side. Are you doing okay over there?
I think we are. And that just got launched because F5. Yeah, let me change that around here. There we go. When I hit F5 to speak on TeamSpeak with Jazz, it activates this bar right here. So I have to be careful how I hit it. Anyway, so we're just going to use our mines and our kinetics to try and break these guys up as much as possible. I'm using a variety of cluster torpedoes that are available from missions. And they work really well, actually. There goes one. It'll go out as a torpedo. It'll then break into 4 little parts, and then those will then flash, home in, and start doing hull damage. Lots of it. You don't want to be too close, otherwise it'll damage you. It won't hurt. It won't hurt teammates, but it will definitely hurt you.
Hull integrity integrity below 75%. Right shield.
I don't
failing.
know if they're holding their side,
Hull
they're holding
integrity
the
below
probes or not.
50%.
I can't tell you because I'm doing the
Rear
work on the
shields
gate.
failing. Left shields
Roger
failing.
that.
All my shields are failing because the board have a anti-shield weapon. So we're going to see if we can shrug that off with a few clever little abilities here.
One most important is probably my biggest pet peeve was
Ooh, we're hurting
release the cube and then run away. That's never wise and dad frustrated.
And here we're going to take some splash damage from the
Four shields
Tricobalts.
failing.
But I braced
Rear
for
shields
impact, so
failing.
hopefully that'll work. Yep, we're okay.
Right shields failing.
We're actually hurting pretty damn bad.
Hull integrity below 25%.
This is not good.
Left shields failing.
I don't have anything that's going to help me. I got blowed up. I had nothing to help. It was just bad from the offset. Welcome to the show, any new viewers. I finally got my second monitor so I can actually see chat. Theme of the night is, so you're a new admiral, what the hell are you going to do? Well, we're getting going with some Borg in space because it's easier to fight Borg in space than it is on ground. And we just got done doing some Nukara farming for
Looks
Nukara
like
marks.
something looks like they're not doing the probes over there because our optionals failed in
Wonderful.
terms of the probes.
Okay, so that means that probes have gone through the gate, and
Your defensive capabilities are
I
unable to
don't know what's
withstand
going on, so
lower
I'm going to
shields
see what I can do
and
to help
await
out here.
assimilation.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Because it doesn't look like these guys are getting stuff done. You need to stop these probes from going in the gate. So it always pays to try and at least check the area and make sure that these probes are being dealt with. Which on this side they're not. And I don't have the firepower, unfortunately, to handle this job alone. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do what I can do. We brace for impact because this guy's gonna explode and hurt us, and there's not much we can do about it. The ship's pretty slow. Okay, so does the mission still fail if too many get
Warning.
through?
Ship is under attack.
Nope, she's not from now on. So now that we're with the which is
Will be Borg.
that's what I'm saying.
So we don't really have to worry about the probes anymore.
No, now that it's failed, it doesn't matter. It's like the guys on the ground in infected that you're going to say, once one's assimilated, they're all assimilated, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, so at this point, we don't really have to concentrate too much. We can just kind of do a little shooty
Jump in,
shoot.
Partially what happens these days, quite a bit, because, he gets let go because people just kind of give up on it, you know what I mean? Which is a shame. I'd be interested to see how the Borg STS go when they release the elite versions, you know what I mean? Where, you will fail if one gets through. Because that's how it goes with these elites, right? Whatever was optional is now mandatory.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, the audience of this game cried too much, and they had to take Elite out.
You're right about that. I'm curious how it would function now if they released it. You know what I mean? With all the toys and goodies and stuff, and things and tier 6 ships and stuff. You would think that it would be doable for your average player. You would think.
Now, I pretty much badly timed this plasma, but just in case something gets through, It might catch
Will
it.
become one with the Borg.
Probably not. That was the worst placement ever. Oh wait,
Target's
I don't need to
shields
worry
have
about the
failed.
probes anymore. What am I
4
doing?
shields failing.
We gotta destroy
Rear
the gate.
shields failing.
So I gotta go help these guys.
Integrity below
And the
25%.
gate is really...
Left shields failing.
The gate itself is shooting at me, and that's never good. It's got very strong weapons. Very
I'm
strong.
just gonna work on the other pieces over here and let it keep going. My stupid Geneva class ship just got itself blown up because he got stuck on the damn gate.
Resistance.
He was,
is
you know,
futile.
when you call in for some fleet support, all you get is an idiot. A durable idiot, but an idiot.
We're gonna subnuke this cube.
Like,
That'll
that's
strip
coming
off
out over
any
here.
buffs that
Now
he
you
might
go
have
on
around
your
him.
side.
And then we'll hit him with everything we've got, which isn't a whole lot, but you know, it's a start.
Banana.
4 shields
I hear you.
Roger that. How you doing over there?
We're making progress. Wow, I just took 2 heavy duty hits from my own tricobalt.
Ooh.
Oh, down I go in flames, boom. I'm sucking tonight, I admit it. It's a terrible thing. More caffeine.
Gotta avoid
I
that
think-
blowback.
I don't think soda's gonna work. I'm gonna have to grab some coffee. Which I do have some, so after this mission, might take a short break and I'll go get some coffee. Hey, I can help that person.
We will add your technological and
No, I can't.
biological distinctiveness.
Always love that
to our
little
own.
trick, you know. You
Well,
get
kinda. Here, check this out.
Get the
I can
green
boost
dome
my
going
abilities.
and get the guy out that
Give them
aggroes
some
Warning.
everything.
little
Ship
bit of
is
structural
under attack.
integrity, some shields, and a tactical team to help them dispense those shields to the proper facing. And lend them some shield strength. So, science can heal a little bit in space. Because see, I'm ready, I can give them another boost to their hull.
Cube time.
And I don't really have anything at this moment, so
Target
just hit the
shields
fire button a
have
few
failed.
times. We'll come back to this. Another hull heal. Another tactical team. They can't, their shields aren't holding up very well.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Let's hit this. Just hit it with everything I got. That's what I'm gonna do.
Struggling on this cube here a little bit.
Alpha
Going to
strike.
bust out those plasma. When the time comes, of course.
There we go. And some more stuffed guns and stuffs. So again, kind of a slow night, but it's always slow this hour. I notice my stream always picks up right around midnight. I don't know why that is. I think it's just time
go.
zone stuff. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And I keep getting lost in concentration. I think mostly because this ship,
Run down just
it's not
but
it's not the
Taking
most
a few
optimized of
days.
vessels, so I
Yeah,
actually have to kind of try to make it work,
Generator.
which I think is a good thing
I get to
actually.
take out the fourth generator, so I can take out the second transport.
I have no DPS.
Just rolling
not-
through the
I'm
cyclones.
supposed to do not a DPS guy. I'm gonna take damage here. Brace for impact. those, and a couple of those. You know what? I should make a quick weapon swap. I can put all the tricobalts on one facing, and that would make for a more concentrated attack. Welcome to the show, any new viewers. I'm a bit distracted, and the commentary's been
Big
a
transformers do y'all have left?
little dry and in between. And we're here with Jazz doing Borg stuff, kind of demonstrating what a new admiral would do. We're on the gate now.
Right.
Transformers are down,
Ah, roger that. Nice.
but we just got here, so
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Well, I'm at 92% on my transformer, so it's taking some time. At least, hopefully, by the time y'all get here, it'll be gate time.
The Borg.
Target's shields have failed.
the Arya person, their shields are a little. I don't know what's wrong with their shields. They don't seem to be very strong, but I don't know why they're not very strong. Might be a power output thing, or them. I don't know. They might just not have a very good shield set, but
Target's shields
they're a
have
bit squishy.
failed.
Let's boost with an aux battery and give them what heals we can again. Science.
A little bit
that's
weird. This
attack
thing's like
team.
healing itself or something.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us.
Target's shields have failed.
And elite assimilation.
Maybe I'm just not putting down enough damage on these current weapon loadouts.
I don't know if
I've
that
got.
hit the gate or not. I don't think it did. Yeah, I missed with the plasma. The gate, that's kind of the active area if you're going to hit it with like plasma, grab wells, that kind of stuff. And I missed badly. Oh, we'll see if we can hit it this time.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your own world. When you
Son of a
begin
bitch,
assimilating
it's
your
you,
culture
so-
and technology.
Is it? Gate's healing itself, huh?
Not the gate transformer.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Getting like a heal,
Right shield's failing.
like a 3% heal roughly every time I get them down 3%. So it's kind of a slow going process.
Right shield's failing.
Yeah, we're not having so much good luck with this gate over here either. Normally this mission does not take this long, by the way. I think we just got a little bit of a lower DPS team.
Kind of power.
Yeah, after all this time, we're still hovering at 28% on the gate.
Right
Oh, well,
shield's
that's
failing.
not bad.
Left shield's failing.
I'm at like 83 and it just keeps going up, down,
Hull
up, down.
integrity
This is where we're just going to camp and try and balance out our shields. Launch some fighters.
Ship is under attack.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a shield battery just because it'll make it so I don't have to tap the button quite as often. Throw this at it. Reason I was hanging out is this green sphere is really good for shield regeneration, so I wanted to get up to max shields before I started moving out of the area.
Ship is under attack.
Some of these other abilities I'm activating aren't particularly useful right now, but I'm just spamming them because I can. This person's just not holding together very well. Aux battery. Give them some heal. More heal. More heal. More heal. That'll help get their shields up.
The gate's protecting the transformer, so I can't get close enough to be within 3 kilometers. So that added cannon damage, you know what I mean?
I do.
So I'm like kind of struggling.
We got our gate. We're on the
Nice.
way.
Roger that.
We've failed every possible optional.
Yep.
Warning.
Okay, so
Ship is
coming
under
out of
attack.
full impulse, notice my power levels are no good.
Left shield
So I'm going to
failing.
fire off some things that don't need power to work, which is quite a few of my weapons to be quite frank.
Hull integrity below 75%.
And wow, ooh, that gate.
Below 25%.
What's happening is the gate is attacking. And actually at this point I don't quite mind if I can avoid the aggro of the gate
Ship
for
is
just a
under attack.
minute.
Hull integrity
My
below
shields will be back up
25%.
and I should be okay. I'm gonna help get those shields back up. And a little bit of hull. Sorry I'm doing a play for play, but I figure, hey, might as well, yeah?
Holy 7.
Scan it. It's basically a debuff. Sensor scan. Minus
So it's
51 all
hard.
damage resist. So, yeah. Spam it. Spam it. And we're just going to spam all of our heals because we need them. We're hanging at 60% hull.
Hull integrity
Shields
below
are looking good, though.
75%.
Here, this'll do good. Followed by some of that, followed by that. And I'm going to take some damage here, but I'm okay with that. Because I'm going to try and get a plasma cloud
Left
on the
shield
node, which you have to get pretty tight in there.
failing. 4 shields failing.
You roughed that thing.
Come on, gate, go down. Damn. Tough, tough little thing, aren't
Left
they?
shields failing.
Kind of tough, kind of tough, kind of tough. Try cobalt mines.
There we go.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, took a bad hit.
4 shields failing. Rear shields
Bad
failing.
hit. I'm okay. Can't call a photonic fleet. Oh, it did work. Okay, I lied. I thought you couldn't call them in here. I think there's a couple of missions you can't bring your fleet in. Which kind of bites, because photonic fleet is kind of part of a science officer's ability in space. Strip
Man,
off any
is that a
buffs he's
fleet
got.
of freaking photonic ships that just came out of there. Those were yours, I assume.
Yepper.
Very nice. I'm getting this one. I like how that just kind of come out of the gate. Oh, it looks like now there's one dude over there in Ria.
Yeah, that I've been holding that ship together most of the match. Aria
Nice.
or whatever it's called, yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to have like, I don't know, maybe they're running Jen Hadar shields or something, because their shields get hit and they're gone.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
A Romulan ship. Well, those gem shields aren't too bad. I used to run them on my bug.
4 shields
If I
failing.
get the new Defiant,
shields
I was
failing.
thinking about Derp. If I get the new Defiant, I was going to try and gold out the gen set through research.
Oh wow.
Because it's good for
Why?
a stealth vehicle.
Yeah, but that's fine. I wish it was like it was a battle cloak. I really do. There we go. God damn.
Who will we make it? 2-1. Yes, got the spread out. Nice. Right on him. That seemed to work pretty damn well.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
This one
Target's
is
shield
taking
has
so
failed.
long, I managed to call
My
in 2
Nagvar
fleets.
is a lazy ass flying around doing nothing. He's getting executed. You read the zone chat there.
No.
Zilla. My Nagvar is a lazy ass flying around doing nothing and is going to be executed for incompetence. And that's a lesson to the newer players. Don't take yourself so seriously. And there's all kinds of people talking to me, and I have 2 monitors, and I should be able to see this. So you know what? I have to acknowledge this. Give me a minute. I just got a second monitor, new viewers, and welcome to the channel.
On mine.
And I'm supposed to be, you know, talking to people. That's why I installed the second monitor, and here you guys are talking to me, and I'm not seeing it, and it's right here in front of my face. Have a ship set up for PvP. Power drain, nice. Yeah, and the Kittimer, that was the longest. Yeah, and we're just right now just taking on the final boss. This is the longest Kittimer I've seen in a long time. And the Breen ship, I'm just leveling it right now, and I've just kind of put some junk on it. So I've got, you know, a few beams, you know, some mines, and it's PvE effective. I used to do the PvP thing, but I just don't have the time to, you know, get the gear that you need. Because you know how it is. You have to stay current.
Ship is under attack.
You have to be willing to change out when the game decides to nerf the weapon that everybody's using. And you got to change out. And so you know, it's kind of a constant keep up the pace. I'm right now, I would say I'm getting my PvE game all figured out. And then maybe one day I'll go back into the PvE a little bit, or PvP. But I far prefer ground combat in PvP than space combat. And Shrin, I have a build that you might like. It's kind of a, I think it might be semi-unique. It's probably not very unique, but it's a build that I figured if I can't have the best DPS and I can't have, like, you know, the best heals, then maybe I could just come up with a way of making everybody do whatever they do better. And I came up with a pretty good ship that does that. Maybe I'll touch on that next week. And use that as a lure so that you subscribe. Oh, cheap tactics. Cheap tactics.
Target's shield has failed.
But it's an engineer ship that I run, and it's got an interesting build. Uh-oh. We're going to take one for the team for sure. Let's buff up. I could have gotten out of there, but I don't want to. Did it do nothing to me? I was out of the area, I guess. Aw, I wanted to get hit. That's a good way to test how hard your shields are. Let this ship hit you a couple of times. No. Right as I drop the cluster of mines, she goes flying off. Cheap. Oh, the mines are on her though. Nice. It's gonna take us, I don't know, 8.5 years to bring this guy down. So, yeah.
Target's shield has failed.
Y'all might wanna, I don't know, go cook some dinner, eat dinner, and come back in a half hour. We'll have it down to half health. Wake up in the morning, have her down to, like, I don't know, 25% or so. Pretty good. It'll be good.
Under attack.
Disruptor's always good. I like Disruptor. Always have. And if you take Disruptor, because that's what my build is, it's strictly a debuff build. And I use the biomolecular disruptors, because in addition to the disruptor proc, you get the slowdown proc, so it's kind of like a suppressing fire in space, if you will, or a chronoton mine when it procs. And I like a lot of the splash damage weapons. Plasmatic biomatter is a good one.
Warning. Ship
Just because
Target's shield has failed.
I like grabwells, and Jazz likes grabwells. And with grabwells we can use, you know, any splash or area of effect weapon to really good effect when the enemy is in the grab well. Particularly, again, most of the show is going to be about PvE, which, yes, you can do the most DPS out there, yes, DPS,
Warning.
DPS,
Ship is under attack.
but we prefer a more team-oriented thing. So, nothing against the DPS heavy crowds,
Ship is under attack.
but it's not me and Jazz's style. We like to be effective, and yeah, we do what we can DPS-wise, but more so we want to try and come up with ways of making the team
Ship is under
better,
attack.
like the whole group if at all possible. Make them stronger, faster, better. Heal them, debuffs. So what I do is I run my biomolecular disruptors, and I couple that with a lot of the gas attacks like warp plasma. This is a different character, of course, not on this tune, but warp plasma
Warning. Ship is under attack.
and anything that'll slow the enemy down and debuff them. So I run attack pattern beta and fire at will. So that way it just spreads the procs everywhere and it spreads the beta everywhere, and now everybody on the team is doing substantially more damage to the enemy. And that's mostly what I try and do.
Good night. Just keeps on cloaking out, man.
See if I can throw out a little bit of damage, but mostly support the team. Because team's everything. Here we go. Gonna take this one for sure. Strengthen the shields.
Ship is under attack.
That didn't even hurt me. A guy here has made a reference. Stop making her cloak. I didn't know there was a way of making her cloak. Is there a way of making her cloak, Jazz?
Well, some people like to say that it's the proximity thing. I don't know if that's an old superstition back in the gap or not.
Like
Target shields have failed.
Explain that a little bit. Like if you're too close.
Yeah. I would put like 5 kilometers of her. It would trigger her cloaking. You know what I mean? That was sort of some time back in a while that people used to scream at you if you got too close. Which everybody was supposed to sit out. Like sit out really far and shoot at her from a distance and not get too close because then it was triggered. I believe it was within 5 kilometers. People say that it triggers her cloaking. Whether that's 100% accurate or not, I'm not sure. Though it was, you know, if you were on a team with people who stayed stayed outside that 5 kilometers or so, she wouldn't cloak. So, again, whether that is an accurate statement or not, I don't know. But it was one of those things that it did seem to kind of fit, you know.
Well, I have a viewer over here, and he said yes, the 5 kilometers, so he backed up that. And I've got another. You're going to enjoy this, Jazz. Another viewer here by the name of Arctic Knife pointed out, oh my God, he used the word team in STO.
Nice.
And yeah, I was just kind of talking on the side on my channel a little bit about how a lot of my builds are specifically designed to try and make the team better. Like my, the biomolecular build I've got on the Engineer.
Very true. Though I have to say about the 5 kilometer thing though, unless we actually work for the company that programmed it, or they have it written down somewhere, I wouldn't take it as like 100% gold. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that, like, see, I'm within 4 kilometers of her right now, and she hasn't triggered. So it's one of those things that, yes, no, maybe so, but that's what people say. And definitely, team in Star Trek is the shit and the point.
Yeah, we're supposed to be one happy fleet. So 5 kilometer
Oh crap.
Mixer cloak seems to be, there's no proof against it. A lot of people seem to say it holds, so I'm just going to treat it as true and get out of here. And for some reason, she can't hurt me at all with her blast. I'm immune to it.
Finally. Good night.
Sweet. Whew, wow, that was incredible. Okay, as in incredibly long. To anybody who doesn't play STO, who's watching the show right now, it does not take that long to do this mission. It does not take this long.
Took forever.
Yeah, I was talking with my channel here and telling them that anybody who doesn't play the game, who's kind of new to the show and whatnot, this mission does not take this long normally.
Wow, yeah. No, it does not. And I do have to, I'm ready to make that switch to those plasma weapons. I just gotta hop to my other guy and get the R&Ds to up them up, you know what I mean? But no, that mission does not take that long normally. It was 40 minutes.
What?
40
What?
minutes.
Jeez.
I said, yeah, we started at 11 on these. Well, we started bottom of the hour.
Wow. Well, let's do our quick break, because now would be a great time. For those of you on my station, quick break, couple of minutes. Stretch your legs. If you need to restart your stream or adjust anything. And then we'll go do some more runs.
Roger that.
So those of you on my station, I'm not going to interrupt my stream. I'm actually trying to test stability and all that stuff. So I'm just going to keep it running. But I will mute myself, and then we're going to move on to some other stuff. We're going to do some more space STFs, and then we may move on to another one of the ground zones. The theme of the night is, so you're a new admiral, what are you going to do? And Jazz and I believe that when you first hit Admiral, the easiest thing you're going to be able to do is Nukara, which we already covered earlier in the show, and Borg in space. Borg on the ground, maybe we'll move on to that next. That might be our next theme. But I will invite you to go ahead and hang out for just a minute, and it'll be kind of quiet here for 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops. But and as for the high DPS and the high ships and that kind of stuff, I'm watching you guys talking about the anti-proton and all that other good stuff. There's a lot of good methods in this game. There really isn't any right or wrong as far as I know.
Up.
There's more DPS and less DPS, yes. But I've always been a big fan of, okay, so your guy with the crit D times 3 penetration, which those look pretty, actually, that looks pretty nice. If I can debuff the opponent as much as possible, anything you do is going to work better. So I always try and, I don't shoot for the highest DPS personally. I try and find ways that I can make your job easier. Because I respect the people who take the time to do the full research, who take the time to do the number juggling and read the wiki articles and test stuff. And I try and think outside of the box as much as possible, so I typically don't read the wiki articles or anything. I try to be a captain. And I think that's the best advice in Star Trek. Just treat it as if it's your ship, and try and be a Picard or a Cisco or a Janeway or an Archer or whatever your hero is. Don't be a J.J. Abrams Kirk. He drinks too much and he gets in too many fistfights. Even the old Kirk, he only fought when people's lives were on the line, not because he got mad. So that's my Zen wisdom as far as I'm concerned. I just generally play the game to have fun, and there are a lot of rights and wrongs in the fact that everything you guys have said, both of you guys, you're absolutely correct. Anti-proton does have advantage, but a lot of people, they'll see that and they'll run off to grab anti-proton, and they're not thinking about the consoles they need, the spec changes they might have to make to their skill listing, the things that will make anti-proton particularly effective. And I think that basically goes true with everything. If you're going to run Tetrion, like one of you guys is running a vampire boat, And again, I'm just a big fan of teamwork. But anyway, I'm going to take my break. 3 minutes. I'll be back. I promise. Stay tuned and all that other good stuff.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
And welcome back to Permadeath Extraordinaire. Looks like probably going to go about another 10 minutes of airtime with Jazz, and then I might keep going. I'm not entirely certain. We'll have to see how it rolls. I'm kind of itching to play another game that I recently picked up, so I do have to admit that. And streaming it, I'm such a noob, it probably wouldn't be worth watching. But anyway, it's called Men of War Assault Squad. Some of you may have heard of it. It's RTS thing, World War II. Anyway, I had a copy of it, didn't have time to play it, started playing it recently, kind of fun. But we'll see how the game goes here, so let's go ahead and keep going. So Jazz, are you there?
Yep.
I was figuring maybe one more run, hopefully it doesn't take 50 years to get through it. And we could do a basic one, like Kittimer goes pretty quick.
We just did Kittimer.
Well, crap. Then I guess we'd have to do Infected. What's
Yeah,
the one where we have
the cure goes fast.
Yeah, the cure goes fast, hopefully. Let's try that one. And so the general theme, beginning Admiral, Nukar is a good place to get started on the ground. And against the board, you can juggle that in space and make 2 marks at the same time, basically. Fight on the ground, queue for space, make 2 marks as you go. And that's first time Admiral, it's a really good way to get yourself started. So let's queue up for this one. Hope it doesn't take all night, and then we'll move on from there.
It's a team up.
Oh yeah. It's always good to have your teammates on team.
Helps.
Shrin, that's not me. My @handle is in game, which you may have found me by that, but in case anybody needs it, you can find me there. I'm generally I'm in and out of the game a lot, but I do a lot of runs. I do a lot of random stuff. So you can usually find me around here and there.
We're queued.
We're getting there. Okay, you can sort these by reward, and that makes things a lot easier because when you're derpy like me and you can't look things up by alphabetical order, is it the cure or cure? Gateway, Hive, Infected, Into the Hive, Kittimer, Nukara, Starbasey stuff, the cure. No, that's the ground one, which actually is really fun, and we'll do that eventually one day. But it never pops because people are kind of scared of it. And it can be kind of a long ground mission, as ground missions go. Oh, that is you right there in the colorful ship. Did you throw me a friend request? Why did I not see it? Are we already friends? bad friend, Derp. I've never played this game before today. You want to come with us on this run? I have a viewer who may join us. He is a very colorful ship. Very colorful ship, actually. Yeah, you know you want to come with. I'll re-queue us just so it doesn't do anything. Did that pop for you?
It did, but I can leave it.
I think we'll be alright.
Were they in the pop?
With the lag between the stream, it'll probably be a moment before we know. But if we missed it, Trin, then I'll pick you up for the next one.
So engage?
Yeah. So yeah, again, the quick summary. Play the game as if you're captain of your ship and try and run the best ship that you can so that you're not blowing up all the time. As long as you're not blowing up all the time, you're generally doing okay. And that popped for you, Shrin, I hope? And if not, well, I'll just stick around and we'll go out and do one.
No go.
It mispopped anyway, so let's try that
Got
again.
no joy.
It wasn't us who did that. It wasn't our team. Yay. So what's your guys' opinion on the researched overload beams? Worth it?
Here we go again.
And if it is worth it, for what class? And again, new viewers, welcome to the show. If you like what you see, be sure and subscribe and all of the good stuff like that. It's kind of a slower night. Usually my commentary is a little bit more colorful, but I've been a little under the weather the past couple of days. Just kind of got that half a cold thing going on. It's not even giving me the dignity of being a full cold, just half. So I don't think we're going to have to do a whole lot. Normally you have to guard the Kang so it doesn't blow up, but I think these guys, I have a feeling I'm not going to have to do a whole lot to guard the Kang, but I will. I'll stay close to it for a minute and make sure nobody messes with it. I'll stay on the Kang for a minute. I could help you, Shrin. I have a couple of extra heals here that I'm not using at the moment. Why don't you have all this good stuff? And yeah.
Resistance is futile.
I love these fortified ships. They're pretty tough. Oh, it looks like I might actually have to guard the Kang, like for real. Okay, cool. Gives us something to do. I'm not the best healer either. This ship is not particularly great at a whole lot. But it mixes it up a little bit.
75%.
I probably should have dumped a couple of those heals on the Kang, but it should be okay for a minute.
Left shields failing. Hull integrity
I'm
below
hurt.
50%. 4 shields failing.
Remember those heals that I was not using earlier? Can I have those back? If I decide to keep the brain ship on this character, I'm going to have to do a lot of work to get it to work a little bit better than it is right now. Because right now it's just all over the place. You guys can see it's kind of a mess. It's a mine beam boat science vessel, and we're getting our asses handed to us in this mission.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
get the Kang back up with everything that I can get at him. I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to boost my Ox power and give him everything I got. Hope it works. His mind's up.
Target's shields have failed.
I don't think I'm going to hit that torpedo in time. No, don't. Okay, well, it hit me. That's
4
alright.
shields failing.
I don't mind that so much.
Right shield's failing.
I'm going to get blown up again, aren't I? It's going to go that way. I just have a feeling.
4 shields failing.
This guy needs some of this, I think.
Right shield's failing.
That'll keep him busy for a minute. I can come back on the Kang.
Hull integrity
I need
below
the shields.
75%. Rear shields failing. Left shields failing.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Bring up this, that. Give myself everything I can. For now, I'll try and heal the King eventually.
Hull integrity below 50%.
And we're going to park here for just a minute and see if we can get our shields back up. Spam the fire button. Doesn't look like my shield's coming back up very well. We're going to take a hit
Good.
here.
Well, I got
Shields
over here.
failing.
And let's get out of here before we take any more damage that we don't really need to take right at this minute. Okay, so this is a little bit more exciting than I thought it was going to be. And are we a person short? Are we a person short? I only see 3 on my team. Plus me, that's 4, right?
Yeah, we're 1 down.
Target's shields have failed.
So we're struggling. It's okay though. How's the Kang doing?
I'm going to check it here in a minute.
It's hanging in there.
Yeah, he'll be alright. I'm going to throw him some heals. I don't know if the Kang really benefits from a tactical team, but it's all in, you know, the thought of camaraderie. Hell, I need some heals. Okay, let's, shit, I hit that at the wrong time. Pardon my French. I just totally wasted my evasive. I saw something completely different happening.
There we go.
Okay, well that was exciting. Alright, well, cube number 2. Now I'm gonna go try and intercept these guys. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it anyway. No, actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go do what the team's doing. Because those guys haven't spawned yet, have they? Those guys being enemies that spawn there and then come in and try and mess with the Kang. Looks clear, so we're gonna take advantage of that.
Congratulations.
Aha! Another specialization point for me.
Target's
Ouch.
shields have failed.
I have a way of making specialization points and leveling up ships up to tier 6 that's very quick. We will go into that in a future episode as well. It might not be the best way, but it's a damn good way to level up your ship and get marks. And it doesn't require, you know, standing on Kabali on the bridge and killing things while you're AFK. It's actually kind of a fun way of getting the
Target's shields
points.
have failed.
But that'll be a future episode. For a while, going to concentrate on some basic mark farming in each of the zones. That'll probably be next weekend. We'll probably cover Dyson. Do some ground Borg stuff. Because ground is where we're best. Jazz and I both have a love for ground combat in this game. We're one of the few. Few and far between. And I'd like to do some ground Borg stuff next episode. We're generally running the show on Friday or Saturday. Once we get a more permanent timeline down, you all will be the first to know.
Rear shields failing. Left shields failing.
I guess I could have been healing myself this whole time. Kang's getting beat up. That's not a good thing. Let's see what we can do about that.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Okay, so
Target shields have failed.
my warp plasma work. I don't know if I got him or not. Doesn't look like I got him. Damn it. This character not really suited for warp plasma anyway. I have it because I've been too lazy to retrain the officer. Which I will remedy that this week because I've got quite a bit of homework to do on these tunes. Quite a bit of work to do on these tunes. And I've got several tunes. I've got one engineer, one tech, and one science that I mostly focus on. And I've got a couple of side characters, but unfortunately they haven't gotten much love.
Right shields failing.
I've had to spread myself out over a lot of different games, and yeah. The ones that I am spread out in are generally demanding games like this one. Demanding in, it does take time in STO to get stuff done, but I don't really mind that because it's an MMO. It's not made to be solved in a week. So I don't really mind slowly building my character up. Looks like the Kang is just beautiful. Looks like we're just beautiful. But as the show goes on, I will show a couple of the things I've picked up on here and there. Some faster ways of doing it. Maybe a couple of ways to cut some corners and get stuff a little quicker. And again,
Warning.
team stuff.
Ship is under attack.
Teamwork.
Target shields
Me and
have
Jazz like
failed.
to work as a team. We're pretty good at it.
Shields failing.
And we have a few other friends that are also very good at it. So once we get our full group assembled, we'll start doing some very interesting stuff. By very interesting, we can show you how to do infected ground with 2 people. Your team letting you down? Well, you and one buddy is all you need to do that one. There is a way to activate 3 consoles with 2 people. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. We've had to do it a few times. We've had to do it a few times just to get through the mission. Grab well when I turn back around.
Will I do that?
Like 3 seconds.
Will I do that?
Oh, that was fun. That was a whole lot of hull damage right there.
Resistance is futile.
That was not a bad hit. Not a bad hit. That assimilated carrier is kind of neat. It's a cool looking ship when you look at it up close. Of course, we didn't really have a chance to look at it too close, but it's a pretty neat looking ship, trust me. If you're in the mission and you get an opportunity, have a look at it. It's worth a gander.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
And 1 lone sphere. And we are golden. Absolutely golden. What set am I running on my lobster, you ask? Well, I'm running. Let's find out. I think I'm running the Aegis, the old style Aegis. Yeah, I am, sure enough. Aegis deflector, engine, and then I've got the Breen cryoplasma
That was
from
good
the winter
times.
event.
Good times.
And I'm going to get the rest of the Breen set because I'm going to use the power siphon and a couple other things to try and kind of make a... I want to make a vampire mine boat with some torpedoes. So a vampire-y mine boat thing. And that's my goal, I'm hoping.
I guess that about does it for tonight.
And yes, we will be wrapping up, I think, for this evening on the Star Trek. I appreciate your help, Shrin. That was a good run. Actually, that was a fun one in the fact that it wasn't one-sided in one way or the other.
Keep going a little bit, Black.
Actually, I'm kind of wrapping it up here. I was just thanking Shrin for his help.
Ah, well, it was fun, Trin. Yep.
Yeah, it's a very nice looking ship you got there. I like the coloration. My ship's gray. With Tron highlights because I'm running the old Aegis. And yeah, I'm not entirely certain I'm going to keep the green ship on this tune, but we'll see. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up with Jazz, and I might sit here and jibber jabber for a minute or two. Alright, Jazz, well, I'm certain everybody on my page would like to wish you a good evening, and they'll probably see you next week.
Yep, thanks for joining us too. It was fun.
And I'm just going to hang online for like 5-10 minutes and jibber jabber for a minute.
Roger that. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you next weekend.
Have a good night, Jazz.
You too, man.
So, how's that ship treating you?
User disconnected from your channel.
The Breen ship was the first carrier I've run in quite a while, actually. And see, it always happens this way. I start getting more viewers as we start hitting the close-up time. It's just not fair. Maybe we can keep going here. I'd have to switch over to a more single-player orientation, though. Are you hurting for any kind of... Well, I kind of don't want to do too much without Jazz. But I would like to show a few more things, so Shrin, you up for a couple more? How about do the other space queue? Knock that one out, and at least that way the viewers can see all three of the space STFs as part of the show. And if you want to join me, I'll hop you on team and we'll go see what we can do. Is that you that appeared right next to me? Almost. Where are you on my list? Where are you? Okay, there you are. Yes, that would be infected space. Now the Borg on the ground. Borg on the ground. I think infected is the one. No, we did infected. Did we? Yeah, we did infected, because that's the conduit. We just did cure, so we'd have to do Kittimer space. Which I so rarely do the Borg space queues that I don't even remember. Did we just do Kittimer? No, Kittimer's the one that... Yeah, infected. Infected is the one we need to do now. No. It's... Here, let me just switch here. Ship's mass and... I can't remember which one I'm supposed to do now. We did cure. Just now, because that's the one with the king. And Jazz and I think, did Kittimer, so it's gotta be infected that we gotta do now. Yeah, let's go. And actually, the ones that we did are probably still on cooldown on my side. Oh yeah, no worries. If the queue pops, just ignore it, but we'll stay in the queue because it sometimes pops pretty slow. I need to go to ESD real soon and pick up some hypos myself because I'm getting a little low. Okay, so we'll leave the queue now. And once you're healed up, let me know and we'll go ahead and throw on in there again. So, welcome to the show, any new viewers. Every weekend, trying to do a Jazz and Black weekends where we just more or less play the game and try and touch on a couple of the things that we've learned. We've been in the game, Jazz and I, for quite a while. We ran a fleet for a while, and yeah. So we've picked up a few tricks. Our knowledge is a little dated. We're still trying to catch up to all the duty officers and all the traits that you can get and all the different kit modules and all the different kits and all the different ships, and there's a lot of stuff. So still in the process of kind of learning a little bit of the new stuff. But we still know a few tricks that definitely work. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one. Like, first trick, don't run a crappy boat like I'm running. See, this thing just, it kind of has a little bit of everything. It's kind of a mess. And I'm more or less just going for the trait with the ship for now. And I may or may not keep it active. I'm not sure. Use it for Admiralty. So, tonight's theme has been getting your Admiral started when you hit Admiral. And we did a run on Nukara, which when the video is archived you can definitely have a look at the earlier part of the episode, where Jazz and I combined efforts, went down to Nukara, beat up some bad guys, made about 200 marks. I think it took us, I don't know how long we were down there, I'm gonna guess 45 minutes, an hour? Made 200 marks, and it can go even faster once everybody on the team knows what's going on. Everybody can divide their efforts, and yeah, you can generally make Nukara marks very quickly. And the cold-based weapons that come from the Nukaran reputation, the Cryo Auto Rifle and the Cryo Pulse Wave, can actually carry you into other missions. Morian, the retro phasers, you're talking the blue phasers from the Davidian mission? Those phasers are awesome. They're not gonna win any DPS contests, and they're not gonna win any, cool guy contests, but they sound cool, they look cool, and I'm assuming they can be researched up to at least a usable level. And phasers are just wonderful weapons all around. That subsystem shutdown can't be avoided can't be beat, depending on your class. And Shrin, they don't research up to any level that's worth it. But even then, they're still fun as hell to play, because nobody ever uses them, basically. Like me, I'm using I use resonating Tetrions because they have double the proc chance. That's why I use them. Instead of 2.5 proc, they have a 5% proc chance. Slightly less damage, but with the Science Tune, I'm not horribly worried about damage output. I'm more worried about if I can get that proc to fire off and weaken the shields as much as possible.
Ship is under attack.
And let's zoom out a little bit so we can actually see a little bit of what's going on here.
Have failed.
And I'm going to take some impact damage. No, maybe not. I lucked out. So, This one's pretty basic. We take this guy out, we take these guys out, we go over here and we take out the cube.
Your culture will adapt to service ours.
And this one's in reverse. This gate will start to barf out healing probes that will come over here and try and keep this gate healed. It's actually kind of important that you drop these nanite generators very quickly. Otherwise, you could have problems. If those nanite probes get close enough,
Warning. Ship is under attack.
they can out-heal a lot of DPS. Generally, I take probe duty because I've got a grab well, so that helps. See, they're already on their way. That nanite sphere, that's the one we want to make sure that he does not get over here. So we're going to wrap him up in a grab well, and we're going to put down some warp plasma. That'll slow him down a little bit more, keep him here a little bit longer.
You will be assimilated.
And we're going to also, this will slow him down a little bit more. Those might keep him in place, and then I'm going to put down a spread of Nukara mines, and hopefully that'll slow him down a little more. And actually I could run this right now, because now it gets more power the more enemies that are in the area. So hopefully that worked out. We'll see. And welcome all new viewers to Permadeath Extraordinaire. We're doing a little Star Trek tonight. Just touching on ways that new admirals, or recently promoted admirals, can get started in the reputation system.
Rear shields failing.
Borg in space, Nukara on the
Target shields have
ground.
failed.
We already did the Nukara segment, unfortunately, and we're kind of getting towards the end of the space segment right now. I recommend Borg in space because they don't remodulate,
Right shields failing.
and generally there's enough really good teammates around you that
Hull
even if your
integrity
ship,
below
ouch,
50%.
even if your ship isn't up to full 100% spec, the team can carry you, and you'll still get your marks, and then you're good to go.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Ooh, this is ugly. Oh, down I go. This ship is just cursed. Tetrion, wonderful weapon. Morian? I just butcher names, so yeah, get used to that. And I do apologize for that. My tier 6 ships at the moment are pretty much restricted to the free ones
Your culture will
because I
adapt
haven't
to
decided
service
what
ours.
to buy yet. I'm very indecisive because all the tier 6 ships look pretty nice in one way or another, and I just got to figure out which one is best suited to what character, and then decide if I'm going to pay the money or the dilithium
Warning. Ship is under attack.
to get it. Decisions, decisions. And for now, like, I found that like tier 5U vessels are still viable. They still work just fine, as long as you stay out of things like Battle for Grethor and, you know, the heavy elite hardcore space missions. You usually can do pretty good in tier 5 upgrade. And this Breen ship is, I don't know, it's weird. I think I'm actually going to have fun trying to make it work.
Warning.
And that's what I
Ship
like doing,
under
is
attack.
trying to make things work. And this ship is definitely a weird one. And it's definitely, I think, a little better suited for like a power engineer than it is for a science officer. And again, I'm just running it for now to get the trait. And I may or may not keep it around. I don't know. I mean, I'll keep it around for Admiralty, but I don't know if I'll run it as an active ship. Okay, now, We gotta find the nanite. There he is. We're gonna wait for that grav well to expire, and then we're gonna use ours on him. So for now, just throw some torpedoes out there. And it should be fading right about now, so I'm gonna throw mine out.
Right
A
shield
few
failing.
web mines. Grab this thing, start powering it up so it does damage.
Rear shields failing.
And yeah, we're doing a little bit of damage there. For me right now, it's not so much about the damage, it's just trying to keep these guys away from that gate so they don't start healing it.
4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
And maybe trying to keep myself from exploding while I do all this. Oh crap, there's the cube. I gotta go. Time to go. Bye-bye.
Left shields failing.
I did all I could. No, I didn't. I can do more.
4 shields failing.
Haha. It's alright, the gate's dead
Rear
anyway.
shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this ship. Somebody was running Aceton assimilators. I love those things. I want to get more of them. I would like to have a bird of prey or something like that on the Fed side. That would be kind of nice, actually. Just to change it up a little bit. I like the look of Fed ships. I like their profile. But just to change it up. Klingon ships look pretty cool. So do Romulan ships.
Warning. Ship
I don't
is
know why
under
I'm
attack.
attacking this cube on my own. Witness, this is the actions of a stupid, stupid man. I should be over here with the team, so let's go do that. Because now I'm gonna get hurt real bad. And we can do a lot more
Rear
damage
shields
here.
failing.
Yes, yes, leave me alone.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Let's keep those spheres right where they are.
Left shield failing.
Oh wow, I'm getting just stomped, stomped, stomped. I activated that too soon. I should have waited until these are off cooldown.
Four shields failing.
What was I saying earlier about that guy with the squishy shields? That would be me. It is me with the squishy shields. It is I. And what can you do? Activate a shield battery and hope for the best. Actually, I'm pretty good. I can take a hit or two. I wonder if these things will even activate out here. And down goes one gate. Now we just got the cube, and we're good to go. I was thinking about getting the Tier 6 Defiant remake thing for a while for my tactical officer. But I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that it's okay, I've heard that it's bad. I really haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion.
Target's shields have failed.
And let's give him some gas. Gas it up. And yes, the cryoplasma from the Breen set would be useful, I guess, for this ship for a while. The only reason I really have the warp core plasma is because I haven't trained the officer, so I'm kind of lazy. In theory... Well, I don't know what I'd replace it with, to be honest. I was originally going to change out for aux to battery, but I don't really use battery that much, as in I'm not really worried about the power levels on my weapons, because I'm not running them for damage, I'm running them for proc. So I might just keep the plasma, double that up with the Breen set's cryoplasma. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. We're gonna blow up. No! Oh, we made it. For sure that cube was going to kill us when it blew up. So, yeah, this lobster ship. Nice. I did the low DPS I was expecting. Psi officer, more of a harasser than anything else. So that's all the Borg space missions. So as a beginning admiral, that's a great way to get started, because again, there's enough high-end ships that they can carry you through the normal difficulty, and they can generally even carry you through the higher difficulty as long as you have a ship that you can kind of do something to contribute to the team, whether a shield heal here and there, or a torpedo spread, or a grav well, something like that. And Nukara ground, because you can get environmental suits for free by doing missions like Boldly They Rode in the Cardassian series. You can also check, oh, what is it in the Dyson something. There's a Dyson something. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. It's in the Selenia series, and you can get a Dyson environmental suit. I think it's Step Between the Stars. I think. But anyway, you can get a free environmental suit. And then with that, you can go down to Nukara, farm the hell out of it for marks, and eventually, once you've unlocked the reputation, because you'll notice it's one of the first reputations, then you just go and start using the marks for mass dilithium all at once. Here I can trade 500 marks for 5,000 dilithium. And that's almost a full day's worth of refining. And all said and done, you can make 500 marks with a friend on Nukara with a little bit of practice in probably about an hour. Maybe less. It depends on how good you are at ground. And the more Nukara gear you can get, like the cryo weapons and that kind of stuff, the faster it goes. So it basically feeds itself. And then, with said gear and marks that you've picked up, you're pretty much ready to move on to any other zone and be successful. Because between Borg gear and Nukara gear, there's enough toys between the two reputations to definitely get you started. Mako and Omega are still some of the strongest ground gear sets you can get in the game. They're just tough. That's it. That's the Lobi version. And then you can get a free version from you can do the mission, it'll give you a free version, which is okay. You can also go to the dilithium store. We covered this a little bit earlier. Go to EV suits, and for 85 you can get this crappy suit. But this crappy suit will at least allow you to survive on the planet's surface. And then I think you can still get the free one from Earth's space dock, but I'm not sure what the requirements are. I think you have to be like an admiral, or it might be a veteran reward for a certain number of days in game. Something along those lines. Sorry about that. Had to clear the throat for a minute. So that's my closing statement. As a first-time admiral, just getting started, I highly recommend Nukara and Borg. Great way to get a little bit of gear that'll carry you on into higher levels. I think I've said it about 85 times now. And with that, I'm probably going to wrap up this transmission for this week. If you like other games, be sure and check the channel because I'm always playing something. Right now my marquee is dated. Those are not the games I'm playing this month. I'll be changing it up a little bit. But yes, I play a variety of games, concentrating mostly on Arma 3 and general survival games. I like any game that is you against the zombies or you against the world. So a little bit of like Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, Space Engineers, Minecraft, and pretty much the only shooter that I do is Arma, because it is everything. It's pretty much everything you ever want or need. So with that said, be sure and check the channel, be sure and subscribe, and yeah, generally my commentary is a little bit more, I don't know, up there, but I've been a little under the weather a few days, so yeah, I'll feel better here soon. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, and like, subscribe, all that other good stuff that you do on these pages, and I will see you next time. And until then, as always, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire, loving y'all.